established by inquiry from the National Assembly that those rules were indeed not tabled under the provisions of the Interpretation and General Provisions Act. They are therefore invalid. That is a case that is presenting. Secondly, and more importantly, these rules were purportedly made after the new constitution came into force. Under the new constitution, there is a mandatory requirement for people participation in this kind of exercise. In a matter that is involving very large proportion of the country, in a matter where breaches and allegations of corruption have been made, it was very important for the Cabinet Secretary to subject these rules to public participation so that the people themselves can show the shortcomings. Thirdly, if you look at the Constitution of Kenya, the law forbids the usage of an accused person to incriminate themselves, one. And secondly, not to be compelled to give evidence against themselves. The breathalyzer test that is administered by the police is the sole basis upon which the many motorists who have been stopped on the roads are being charged. Fourthly, and very importantly, this is not the first time that the alcoblow has been outlawed. In December 2005, a similar application was filed at that time, and in January the High Court issued an injunction at that time on the grounds that the usage of the alcoblow was not hygienic. Now, Mr. Rugendo is saying that since that time there hasn't been sufficient work done to ensure that hygienic conditions have been met, so that the mouthpiece that is being used, you'll have noticed on TV, the police officer doesn't even use gloves. You'll notice that he doesn't give it to the driver after the usage. So there's no guarantee that it is not being used on another motorist. But more importantly, the hygienic concerns that had led the High Court in 2006 to ban alcoblow have not been addressed. Those are the issues that Mr. Ogendo is bringing before the court, and there will be many others. So the judge has now confirmed that the matter is urgent. She has issued a certificate of urgency. She has directed that we serve both the Attorney General and the National Transport and Safety Authority and Honorable Lee Kinyanjui, and come back on Friday for further directions. Those are the orders that have been made, so we shall be back in court on Friday.